Kokemachine for real fishing, December 20th, 2025. Welcome to the Nipissing Ice Report. Today's episode is brought to you by the Durham Pool Mule. If you're looking for pool services, I know a guy, and he lives in Durham. Give him a ring, tell him Kokemachine sent you. Here I am at an undisclosed access point somewhere along the lakeshore. Can anybody guess where it is? It's not the government dock. It's not Amelia Park. Where is it? It's not so far from those places. Anyway, so I just drilled a hole here. I'm over about 4 feet of water and I measured 11 inches of ice pretty much right on. So things are building. I believe it was 10 the last time I measured it, so things are coming along. You know, I still got my ice spikes here just in case, but I imagine I would be up to my waist if I fell in here. Minnow clappers, I got new ones in the store now, and check out this fat hog that I caught on a minnow clapper last winter. Now you see, the problem with the world today is everybody's always trying to fake stuff when obviously it's either AI or somebody's holding the fish way too close to the camera. But this picture is 100% authentic, and I had to get out 2 tubes of Voltaren after hauling that fish out of the hole. And then I had to put a TENS machine on my back and then fire some heat pads on there. Anybody with back pain knows what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. This picture was actually generated by the AI on my phone. I kept prompting it. I want it to look like I'm holding the fish like a bazooka. And it really just couldn't quite capture that. And it told me, it was like, I'm having trouble picturing the physics of what holding a fish like a bazooka looks like. I'm like, picture a bazooka and then put a fish in there. Come on. Sometimes AI is real smart and sometimes you're just like, this isn't going to take over the world. Who are we kidding here? Minnow clapper sales are going good. I'm trying to restock things as things go. Some lures like the pinky shirty clapper, I've had to alter a little bit because I'm running out of the certain tungsten beads that I've been using. The pink ones specifically are very hard to come by through my usual sources. So I've had to sub some things out, sub some things in, but that one has been very popular with people. And I've got some new ling clappers hitting the store ASAP, and then some other brand new ones like the Bram Stoker. You guys will like that one. Ooh, I hear the ice rattling out there. So Bernie Giesler made a post, went out into the cold, and I think he measured
for 9.5 inches, good solid ice there, which is good. There's a little bit of snow on the ice that's frozen, and it's made for a little bit of a rough travel, but it's certainly not too bad.
So as you guys know, we had a stint of rain here. From my last report, you'll notice that there was a lot of rain, so much so that I didn't even leave my truck because it was just dumping all over the place. The funny part was that even after that, there was another day of very warm temperatures. And then they canceled the buses on Friday, saying there was going to be some sort of flash freeze. And I was like, flash freeze. But the flash freeze came, but after school was done anyway. I was trying to go to the grocery store and I was heading up the hill away from my house, and then I see this car in front of me is not moving. I'm like, what's the deal here? And as I got closer, I realized his wheels were spinning and he was just on this 20-yard length of black ice. And he was meandering, just couldn't get off this black ice. And eventually, you know, he fires on his hazards and then gets up the hill. And then I got on there in my wife's car. It wasn't my truck with the 4x4. And I was stuck on this patch of ice. And I'm like, yeah, I guess this is what it means when they're talking about a flash freeze. I was over at the government dock here and I checked out all the rough ice there, and it's still a little rough, but it's much better than it was. And in this area where I am right now, there's all these spots of blobs of old ice and then clear ice in between. It's got to look very much like a gravy that hasn't had the flour mixed in properly. If you make gravy, you know what I'm talking about. But instead of talking brown gravy, we're talking clear, black, dark, blue gravy. Anyway, so I'll be doing another report tomorrow. It'll be an edited report. Stay tuned for that. Monday will be the giveaway for Glen Echo, and I believe Monday is going to be the day that I release the spoon toss competition video. So make sure you keep your eyes open for this stuff. I want to thank Scott Martin, who didn't go through Buy Me a Coffee, but through Tim Hortons bought me a coffee, like a real coffee. The Buy Me a Coffee site is basically just like sending me tips, not necessarily literally buying me a coffee, but Scott Martin literally bought me a coffee through the Tim Hortons site. Anyway, thanks, Scott. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.